going on YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Home Alone with Saeed. My name is Saeed and today I'm going to be sharing a video with you that is pretty alarming. I know I haven't shared a video in the last few weeks. I apologize. I need to be getting videos out every week like my title says. Weekly videos. Oops. But here's what we need to talk about. So inflation numbers have come out and basically we're losing money. Americans are losing money at a rate of 6.2% per year. That's what the Wall Street Journal is saying right now. As of October, consumer prices jumped 6.2%. So that means your money is 6.2% less effective. So that $1,000 that you have sitting in the savings account at Bank of America or Chase Bank, wherever it is, you are losing money just keeping it in there because you don't have as much buying power after they pay you 0.01% of your interest that you can earn in there. So let's say you have $1,000 in your savings account, you get paid 0.01% every year. That's $10 a year, but inflation is 6.2%. So you don't have as much buying power as inflation. So the amount of money that you have working for you in the bank in your savings account is actually being diminished by the prices of everything around you. So you literally have $60 less that you can use that $1,000 for because now everything has increased in price. So what you need to start doing, and what I'm trying to tell people day in and day out, is buy assets. Buy something that's going to appreciate in value over the time of the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Start thinking about these things so that you don't get crushed by inflation. I mean, think about it. I'm going to stick with that $1,000 example because most Americans can't even come up with $1,000 right now if they needed to. So that'd be the first thing. Get $1,000 in your bank, have an emergency fund, start budgeting, save your money. Don't spend everything that you make. Don't live paycheck to paycheck because you will have a rainy day and there is things that need to be paid for, especially when the market goes on a downturn, when we have another recession, when things just aren't going the way that you need to be going. You want to have an emergency fund. You want to have something that's going to catch you in the times of need. So first things first, have $1,000. But at the same time, if you have $1,000 in your bank account just chilling, maybe you should look at diversifying your $1,000 into different assets and investments that are going to maybe increase in value over time. I'm a big proponent of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I'm also a big proponent of companies like BlockFi because they pay you interest on just holding your cryptocurrency, even if it's not a Bitcoin or Ethereum or any other crypto. You can actually just invest into what are called stable coins, a 1-to-1 ratio of the US dollar, and they'll pay you, I'm gonna tell you right now, way more than 0.01% that the Bank of America is gonna be paying you on your savings interest. Back in the day, it used to be cool. It used to be 16% interest. You can just keep your money in your savings account and CDs. Banks were paying you for the money that you held with them. Now they're off to the races. They're taking your money and issuing out loans and getting paid back 15% on people's money, but they're giving you 0.01% on your money. So think about that, guys. So you have $1,000, right? You get paid 0.01%. Just keep it in Bank of America. You're losing money just sitting in there because inflation is 6.2% right now. So why don't you just take that $1,000 that you have and start investing it into things like cryptocurrency, BlockFi. If you're fortunate enough, if you've been preparing yourself, maybe look at buying a house. Look at minimum down payments, 3.5%, 3%. 5%. Those are minimum down payment programs that you can get yourself into a mortgage that will allow you to buy a house. You have to get pre-approved for that. But just stop for a second and think about that. 6.2% your money is losing value every year. So if you don't, have more hours in the day to go work, more jobs, then you need to be buying assets. You need to be investing, not in the bank, definitely not at the bank. I'm gonna say that right now because if you have your money parked inside of a bank, you are losing money. If you have some sort of 401k or Roth IRA setup, I would say start contributing to that and max it out for at least your retirement, because if you don't have money chilling in the bank and you don't have retirement money, what are you gonna live off of? Are you gonna be just, you know, living paycheck to paycheck for the rest of your life? You know, you're not gonna have as much energy as you once did at 18 to 40. You know, when you're 40 years old to 60, your energy level is gonna start going down, and you're not gonna be looking as attractive to employers and people who actually need, you know, people who have energy. So now is the time to start putting your money away in assets and investments that are going to appreciate in value and that are going to pay you dividends later on. Some of the big ones are buying a home. If you have the ability to save enough money, you have the credit, you have, you know, the means, I would suggest buying a house. Even though, you know, home prices are at all-time highs, we could have a correction, of course, but if you could afford the payment, why not start building an asset? Why not start paying yourself instead of, you know, someone else's mortgage? You know, now you own the home, you own the mortgage, so you're paying yourself essentially, and you're paying obviously interest, but you're also paying down the principal year after year after year. And let's say we do have a downturn, maybe it's 1 year, 2 years, whatever. You bought a house, now you can see that appreciation start to go up, and when people need a place to stay and you have a house, guess what? You now can become the landlord. You can maybe rent a room out and have them pay half your mortgage. So that's one thing, buy a house. Number two, maybe start looking at other investments. Stocks are a good one. Like I said, stocks, maybe that pay dividends, or things like Bitcoin. Bitcoin has year over year performed out every asset out there, period. In the last year, I'm looking at it right now, Bitcoin has appreciated 293%. So let's say you did put $1,000 into Bitcoin at the beginning of the year. You have now put your portfolio from 1,000 to 2,930 in the matter of a year. That's $244 a month that you now are making based off that first $1,000 that you invested into Bitcoin. You didn't sell, you didn't try to, like I said, play the market. You just invested $1,000. And imagine if you did $10,000. Imagine what you could have done with that extra money that you've made because you decided to invest your money as opposed to just saving your money. Because when you just save your money, especially today in the banks, they're paying you 0.01%. $1,000 is gonna give you $10 a year. What can you do with $10 a year, especially when you're losing $60 a year on inflation? So that's the second one. The other one I really love is BlockFi. BlockFi is an amazing company. I've just started learning more and more about this maybe 6 months ago. You basically just take whatever cryptocurrency that you own, and you could have USDC as well. It's a cryptocurrency. It's a 1-to-1 ratio of the US dollar. If you decide to buy USDC, maybe you put that $1,000 into USDC. You have $1,000 of USDC now. That doesn't go up or down in value. You put it in BlockFi, BlockFi is gonna pay you 9% every single year on that money monthly. So you're getting paid $90 a year just holding your money in something different than a bank. And you are still technically saving your money, but you've invested it into a new digital asset called cryptocurrency. Because of the way that, you know, these cryptos work, you are gonna be able to get 9% of your money, or 9% interest on your money that you have, you know, just chilling, not doing anything. So those are 3 things that I would highly suggest you look into. Just start thinking about it, guys. I mean, if you don't, the first step is if you don't have $1,000, save $1,000. Build a budget, learn how to not spend your money, all of your money, learn how to, you know, pay your bills, obviously, and then put some away every single month. I have a great video on how to budget. It comes with a great Google Doc that I created for you. If you wanna know how to budget, click the link up here or up here. That's gonna take you to my budgeting video, and you know, just start saving, start learning more and more about how you can grow your net worth through things like buying a house, investing into crypto or stocks, and then using companies like BlockFi and leveraging those companies to grow your net worth. Because at the end of the day, you know, we all need to live, we all need to survive, but who just wants to survive? Let's all go and thrive out there in the world that we live in today. So hope this was helpful, guys. I know I was ranting and rumbling. Wasn't too structured today because I just need to get back on camera and give you some content. So hope you guys are doing well. Happy Friday, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.